The World's Most Mysterious Islands by the Unexplained Atlas. There are places on Earth that feel unfinished, not unexplored, not undiscovered, just unresolved. Islands surrounded by thousands of miles of open ocean. Islands marked clearly on maps, yet barely understood. Islands where history does not end, but simply stops, as if someone closed the book mid-sentence. Some of these islands were once home to entire civilizations that vanished without explanation. Others are protected so fiercely that no one is allowed to step foot on them. And a few remain frozen in time, abandoned almost overnight, as though the people who lived there expected to return. Tonight, we are not chasing legends. We are not solving mysteries. We are not claiming hidden truths. We are exploring the places where answers never fully arrived. This is the Unexplained Atlas. For as long as humans have crossed oceans, islands have represented both promise and uncertainty. They offered safety from enemies, access to new resources, and control over trade routes. At the same time, they isolated cultures, limited communication, and allowed history to evolve in unexpected directions. Unlike continents, islands preserve stories differently. They protect traditions longer. They trap mistakes more completely. And when something goes wrong, there is often nowhere else to go. Even today, in an age of satellites and global monitoring, some islands remain surprisingly unclear in our historical record. Not because they are hidden, but because understanding them requires more than observation. It requires context, patience, and sometimes restraint. More than 2,000 miles from the nearest inhabited land lies Easter Island, known to its people as Rapa Nui. At first glance, the island feels empty, but scattered across its landscape are nearly 1,000 massive stone statues, known as the Moai. Some stand over 30 feet tall. Many weigh more than 80 tons. They were carved and transported by a society with no metal tools, no written language, and limited natural resources. For generations, historians struggled to understand how this was possible. Early theories suggested that logs were used to roll the statues across the land. Others believed sled systems were involved. More recent experiments showed that the Moai could have been moved upright, using coordinated rope techniques that caused the statues to walk forward. But understanding how the statues moved does not explain why they were built in such numbers, or why most face inland, watching over the island rather than the sea. By the time Europeans arrived in the 18th century, Rapa Nui society had already collapsed. Population numbers had fallen sharply. Cultural traditions were fading. The skills required to build the Moai had been lost. What caused this decline is still debated. Some evidence points to environmental strain. Trees were cut faster than they could regrow. Soil eroded. Food production suffered. Other theories emphasize the impact of outside contact, disease, and exploitation. Rapa Nui stands as a reminder that extraordinary achievements can coexist with fragile systems. And when that balance breaks, history often leaves behind monuments, but not explanations. Off the coast of Nova Scotia lies a small island that has been excavated more than almost any place on Earth. Oak Island has attracted explorers for over 200 years, not because of ancient ruins, but because of anomalies beneath the ground. In the late 18th century, early diggers noticed strange depressions in the soil. As they dug deeper, they encountered carefully placed layers of wood, stone, and clay. At certain depths, tunnels flooded automatically, suggesting engineered systems designed to protect whatever lay below. Over the years, theories multiplied. Some believed the island concealed pirate treasure. Others suggested religious artifacts or historical archives. Modern scans have revealed underground structures and voids, yet no definitive explanation has emerged. What makes Oak Island remarkable is not the possibility of treasure, but the scale of effort involved. Whatever was built there required planning, labor, and technical knowledge. And yet, no written record explains who built it or why. Oak Island is mysterious not because nothing has been found, but because nothing found has ever fully justified the complexity beneath the surface. Sometimes the mystery is not what is hidden, but why someone went to such lengths to hide anything at all. In the Bay of Bengal lies North Sentinel Island. From above, it appears lush, green, and untouched. Its inhabitants, the Sentinelese, have lived in isolation for tens of thousands of years. They have rejected all outside contact, sometimes violently. Boats that approach are met with warnings. Attempts at communication have failed. The Indian government has made it illegal to approach the island, not to hide it from the world, but to protect both the tribe and modern society from irreversible harm. We know almost nothing about the Sentinelese language, belief systems, or social structure. There are no written records, no shared history, no translations, and that ignorance is intentional. North Sentinel Island challenges a deeply modern assumption that knowledge must always be pursued. In this case, preservation requires restraint. The mystery remains not because we cannot know, but because we have chosen not to know. Rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Ireland is Skellig Michael. From a distance, it looks less like an island and more like a jagged pillar rising from the sea. At its summit sit the remains of a medieval monastery, accessible only by steep stone steps carved directly into the rock. For centuries, monks lived here in near total isolation. There were no roads, no trees, no permanent shelter beyond simple stone huts. The monks endured brutal storms, constant wind, and long periods of silence. Historians believe Skellig Michael represented separation from the material world, a place chosen to bring its inhabitants closer to the divine. What makes Skellig Michael mysterious is not who lived there, but why they stayed. In an era when survival was already difficult, these monks willingly chose one of the most unforgiving environments imaginable. Skellig Michael forces us to confront a question that modern life rarely asks. What would someone gain by removing themselves completely from the world? Off the coast of Japan lies Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima. At its peak in the mid-20th century, it was the most densely populated place on Earth. Concrete apartment buildings were stacked tightly together. Schools, hospitals, and shops filled every available space. Thousands of people lived and worked on the island, mining coal beneath the sea floor. Then, in 1974, the coal ran out. Within months, the island was evacuated. Residents left behind furniture, tools, and personal belongings. Hashima was abandoned almost overnight. Today, it stands as a modern ruin. Unlike ancient sites, its history is recent, documented, and photographed. And yet, walking through Hashima feels unsettling. It shows how quickly human ambition can disappear, how entire communities can vanish when the resources that sustain them are gone, and how permanence is often an illusion. These islands are not mysterious because of myths or speculation. They are mysterious because records are incomplete, access is limited, and history does not always leave closure. They remind us that even now, the world is not fully understood, and perhaps it never will be. Some places remain unresolved not because they are hidden, but because mystery is part of their nature. This is the Unexplained Atlas, exploring what we know, what we don't, and why the mystery still matters.